Meet record, personal best. I mean, the craziest race ever. How are you feeling right now?
Good day to have a PR, I guess. No, I mean, I cannot believe it. Like, I mean, thank God I didn't look at the clock the whole race, because, like, I knew we were running fast, but, like, yeah, I think if someone would have told me this morning 3:56 doesn't make the team, like I don't want to know that. You know, I'm just in the race to run it and race it, and, like, that's what I did. Like, my instructions before the race were don't try to make an Olympic team, try to win a race, and so that's what I did. And, yeah, I mean, Ellie just, like, pulled us all to an incredible time, and, like, yeah, we're sending a great team to Paris.
You've already been you've seen what medals look like at a global stage, right? But to run a 3:55 heading into Paris, like, how do you feel that sets you up?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. Like, I was thinking about and that was a month ago, and I ran 3:59, and that week, like, I really trained through it. Like, I did double threshold on Tuesday, so I thought I was in, like, maybe, like, 3:57 shape. Like, I haven't ran a race this season tapered, you know, until this one, and so it's, like, I think it's a really good sign. Like, when I taper, I can, like, yeah, you can drop time, and it's, you know, especially when you're just focusing on, like, racing the bodies next to you, like, time doesn't matter, like, and so I think, yeah, I'm really excited. Like, basically a month ago I was in 3:59 shape, now 3:55, like, where I'll be in a month, I don't know, and I don't want to put limits on that.
How do you think you were able to get to the point where you're strong enough to run 3:55 in the third round of the trials? After a pretty quick
Yeah, I think altitude, like, I mean, I've done altitude camps my whole career, and ever since I turned pro, and I think I'm a really good, like, I benefit a lot from it, and now I live there full time, and, you know, Mike Smith is an incredible coach and knows how to train at 7,000 feet, and yeah, it's not any one thing we do. I think it's the culmination of everything, and I take every single Sunday completely off, and I think that's huge at altitude, to just, like, the recovery of it. So yeah, I just think my training and, like, I don't know, I'm running well off of altitude, so stay with it.
Has it settled in that you're going to Paris?
Not at all, no. I mean, I've been all week, it's been really hard to be day 10, and especially because I'm trying not to think about the Olympics. Like, I'm trying to just focus on racing, and so I think all week I wasn't thinking about the Olympics, and so now it's like all of a sudden to start thinking about it, like, it really hasn't sunk in.
Nikki Hiltz is the only American who's run faster in this event than you. How does that make you feel?
I mean, yeah, we just had 3 people run it. Like, it's crazy. Like, I think, this event is just growing and growing, and I literally can't believe it. Like, I knew I was gonna have to. I was like, I might have to PR to make this team, but 3:55. I haven't wrapped my head around that. I haven't wrapped my head around the Olympics. Like, there's so much catching up to do.
Can you talk a little bit about the consistency? You shared a post about all of the U.S. finals that you've made consecutively, and how you feel like has that benefited you over the course of these years, the experience at that national level, at this national stage?
Totally, yeah. No, I think my first one was 2017. I was a junior in college, and I was, you know, just happy to be there. And then the next year I was just graduated, was about to sign a pro contract. Like, yeah, like, each year has built on the other, and I've, you know, been at this stadium, and I was last at the last Olympic trials final, and so, like, I don't know, I've just done so much work since then, and, like, so much mental work, and, like, obviously physical work too, but I think it's just a journey, and, like, to anyone who didn't make the team, like, you're young and it's fine, and, like, you have so many years in front of you, and, like, you just have to keep learning and growing and building, and, like, not give up, because, like, your moment's coming. And, like, Maggie Congdon was, you know, an NAU junior, and I was really awesome to have her in that final with me. We both, you know, trained under Mike, and, like, it really was, like, kind of reflective of, like, yeah, she's the junior that I was, and, like, in her first, like, U.S. final, and, like, so she's gonna have a great career, and I don't know, yeah, it's really cool consistency always helps at these things. Like, I think, you know, even NCAAs and stuff like that, like, making every final, like, it just builds on the other, and, like, sometimes you just need experience to, like, figure out how to do the race, and so I think that really helped me today.
And you talked a lot about your mental game. How were you able to control your nerves in the final? Was it just another race? Were you able to hold on to all the tools you've built in the last few years?
Yeah, I mean, this past 10 days was kind of a mess. Like, I was kind of all over the place. I would have highs and lows. You just have to ride it. You know, you just got to ride the waves. And like I said, really not being outcome oriented, like, focus on doing, and, like, I mean, I had a race right. I think it's helpful to just, like, right away when the gun went off. My first race plan was to, like, run a 13 first 100. Like, this thing's gonna go. So I think it's just, like, that was really helpful to, like, have something to do right away. Like right away, I'm in lane 1, not a great position, but I'm gonna get out hard and like find my spot. And so and then that once I did that, I was like, hey, first box checks, you know, like, and you just kind of go through the race, like you have to be really in the moment. And I felt like this week when I was going like this and like get really nervous, and then after my semi, I was like, I'm gonna win this thing, you know. And then yesterday came down a little bit. Like you just have to ride the waves as they come. And you know, I have a sports psych, and Emma Gee, my partner, is honestly like wants to be, like, she could be a therapist one day. She's just so good at like keeping me calm, cool, and collected, and like I meditate all the time. So yeah, I think I don't know, it's all mental at this point. Like there's not anyone doing anything. We're all on the starting line, we all work hard. Like we all have incredible coaches, we all are incredible athletes. It's not like the next thing is the mental part, and I think so I realized that, so I really wanted to work on that the past few years.
How long do you enjoy this moment until you accept that you're going to Paris?
I'll enjoy this moment forever. Yeah, this is it, man. I don't know. I think, I'm definitely already thinking of the next one, and that's why I love this sport. There's always something else, and even when it doesn't go my way, there's always another thing to like try to be good at. So, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it already.
And all the fans that have been following you over the years, what would you want to say to them right now?
Oh man, I mean, I felt so much love and support out there, and I was very overwhelmed, honestly, by it. I think in the first round and the semi, like going out into Hayward, just hearing so many like go Nickies right before the race, it's obviously helpful, and I love it. But I told myself, like, I'm doing this for me, not anyone else. And like I think that Nico Young said that in his interview after he made the team, and that he's like, 23 years old. I'm like, that's so wise, you know. And I think that really helps with the external pressure. Anyways, I just want to say thank you, and I told myself I'm not going to think about, you know, all the love and support until 100 meters to go. And then at that moment, you can let it all fill you up and push you to the finish line. And like, that's exactly what I did. And I think that's literally what brought me home. Like some cosmic force of all the love and like people watching from home and in the fans, like, or the stands. I don't know, like I just felt it. And I felt like someone pushed me forward, and it was awesome.
Nikki, you're an incredible role model for a lot of people. How much do you feel that responsibility that you get to be now this next motivator for young athletes and young people everywhere, and how important is that to you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so privileged. Like I'm white. I have like an incredible support system, and I have people that, you know, my family has always been accepting of me when I came out as like about my sexuality, and then I came out as my gender identity, and like I just know so many queer people don't have that love and support. So I'm like, I don't know, my mom always said to me, like, with great power comes great responsibility, and so I'm really, really like kind of embracing the role of like, I'm here and I take up space, and I'm gonna help the people behind me who maybe don't have the same privileges as I do. And so I'm just looking forward to keep showing up as myself, and keep taking up space. And you know, I use they them pronouns, and it's, people stumble all the time, but it's kind of like you can't really ignore me anymore because I'm a 2-time back-to-back champion. Like, you know, I'm here, like, get it right kind of vibe. So yeah.
Do you think young Nikki would quite believe what current Nikki has achieved?
I don't know. I mean, I think like I just remember it was like, I don't know, I went to school here and I was like 18, 19, and I remember we broke into Hayward one night and we were just sitting like, I don't know, a group of us like freshman idiots just like sitting on the track, and I just remember thinking like, I'm gonna have a moment here one day. Like I just knew it. Like something inside of me was like, I want to win a race here, and I want it to be a big one. And like, you know, I always thought I was in college at the time, so I was envisioning NCAAs, but I never got that moment. I was second twice, and so I don't know. I think younger Nikki like kind of knew deep down. It's like this weird, I don't even know how to explain it, but even younger Nikki would like, I don't know, this is something I talked to my sports psych about, but like I just love, I remember all the time just like racing my friends to like, let's race to the mailbox, like who can get there the quickest. And like that, I literally feel like my inner child comes out in a race. Like that last 100, it was like me and my friends were just gonna race to the mailbox, and the mailbox is just the finish line. And I don't know, so I do think younger Nikki would be very proud.
Does this result in having a 355 PB now? Does that change what you think about your medal chances in Paris?
I mean, sure, but it's like it's kind of exactly what I'm saying. Like I'm truly trying not to be outcome oriented, and like now it's like medal, Olympics. It's like, no, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna try to win a race I'm in, you know. And if at the end of it that lands me third or that lands me fifth, like I'm gonna run a race I'm proud of, and that's all there is to it.
Could there have been a better place to do this than Hayward Field for you?
I mean, I love Hayward personally. Like I'm such a track nerd, and Old Hayward was iconic, and this is super cool too. But I don't know. I do think we maybe need to move it to a more like popular city. It's a really hard place to get to. It's really expensive. It's like awkward, and I don't know. Like I think back to my privilege like comment. Like it's kind of like really expensive to get here, and I want this sport to grow, and I want like the access of it to be, you know, like more accessible. So I love Hayward, and I do love the fans here, but I would love to see them meet in like LA or New York, you know, like a big airport and more housing and stuff like that. Yeah.
Can we learn about your bracelets? I'm trying to read some of them. I can't read all of them.
I got all these on the victory lap, actually. Well, the breathe one I wore in the race because that was like kind of my mantra, just breathe. But yeah, I got stay hot, fast AF, and hot boys who run. So it's given to me in the studio.
Taylor Swift moment.
Exactly, yeah.
I think that's it.
Well, thanks, guys.
Congratulations, Nikki.
Thank you so much.